Hello, Zen Mind Peaceful Life family. Do you feel it? That energy shift that's been quietly brewing in the stars? If you're a December Capricorn, or no one, you're about to experience a game-changing financial transformation this June. And you absolutely don't want to miss it. Capricorns are known for their hard work, ambition, and natural ability to stay grounded, but even the most disciplined among us need the universe's help from time to time. Well, guess what? June is your time. A major cosmic alignment is coming your way, and it's bringing the financial breakthrough you've been waiting for. But here's the thing, it's not just about money. This shift is a chance for you to elevate your entire approach to abundance, career, and personal growth. How do you prepare for this? What does the universe have in store for you? And most importantly, how can you harness this cosmic moment to make lasting, positive changes in your life? If you're ready to learn how this major financial shift could change your Capricorn life, stick around, because we're diving deep into the stars, psychology, and practical advice that will guide you through this exciting transformation. And hey, if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, and share this video with fellow Capricorns or anyone who's ready to embrace their financial power. Let's uncover what the universe has in store for you together. As June approaches, the energy shifts in a way that is particularly powerful for December-born Capricorns. Known for their unshakable determination and strong work ethic, these Capricorns have often found themselves climbing steadily, but slowly, towards their goals. Yet, something big is on the horizon, something that will bring their financial and career dreams into clearer focus. The universe is ready to reward them, not just for what they've done, but for the courage to step forward and embrace the changes coming their way. And the best part? These changes are just the beginning of something much bigger. For many Capricorns, the slow and steady approach is their natural rhythm. They don't mind the long road because they know that success doesn't happen overnight. But what happens when those long years of hard work finally begin to pay off? That's the cosmic magic of Saturn, the ruling planet of Capricorn. Saturn is all about discipline, responsibility, and hard-earned rewards. Yet, when Saturn aligns with the stars in a way that calls for transformation, it opens up new doors that may have been closed for a long time. This is not about a sudden windfall or an overnight success, it's about the slow burn of effort finally coming to fruition. In June, Capricorns will begin to see the rewards from their hard work, whether that's through a raise, a new job, or even an unexpected financial breakthrough. But the most important aspect of this change is the realization that what they've been working on is beginning to catch up with them. The question then becomes, are they ready to seize this moment? Take, for example, someone close to me, let's call her Sarah. Sarah is a Capricorn who's been working in a high-pressure job for years. She's put in countless hours, taken on extra responsibilities, and sometimes even put her personal life on hold to climb the corporate ladder. Despite all her hard work, she had always felt that something was missing. And she wondered when her efforts would finally pay off. This June, she was offered an opportunity to lead a major project, something she had worked towards for years but had never imagined would come her way. At first, she was hesitant, worried she wasn't ready for the responsibility. But then she realized something profound: her time had come. All those years of preparation and hard work had built up to this very moment. By trusting in herself and stepping into that role, Sarah began to see not just a professional growth, but also a financial boost that she hadn't anticipated. For her, June became a moment of realization that the wait had been worth it and that the universe was ready to reward her perseverance. The timing of June, particularly the influence of Jupiter, plays a massive role in this. Jupiter is known as the planet of abundance, and when it aligns with Capricorn, it brings forth opportunities that may have seemed out of reach before. Jupiter's expansive energy opens doors, both financially and professionally, that might have seemed locked. But here's the twist: those doors aren't just waiting for you to walk through. They require action. Jupiter might bring the opportunity, but it's up to the Capricorn to take the first step. This is where many people make the mistake of thinking that opportunities will simply fall into their laps. But Capricorns are not ones to wait for the universe to do everything for them. They know that opportunities are often disguised as hard work, and this is exactly the energy that will propel them forward in June. Let's talk about something many Capricorns may not consider: taking risks. Capricorns are often known for their practical, cautious nature. They are masters of slow and steady, of building long-term success, but sometimes they can get too comfortable in their routines. And here's where Jupiter's influence comes in. The opportunities arriving this June will require you to stretch your boundaries, to trust in your intuition and take calculated risks. Think back to a time in your life when you took a risk that paid off. For example, a Capricorn I know, John, had always played it safe with his investments. He never wanted to risk too much, preferring to keep his money in stable but low-return areas. But when a business opportunity came along in June, he felt a pull to invest, something that felt risky but exciting. The results weren't instant, but in time, that decision paid off in ways he had never imagined. The lesson here is clear: June is a time to trust yourself and take those risks that you've been avoiding. The universe has aligned in your favor, and now is the time to go after what you deserve. But even with all these opportunities unfolding, it's important for Capricorns to stay grounded. This is where the influence of Venus in June adds another layer of complexity. Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and balance, encourages you to not only think about financial success but also to find balance between your personal life and your career. It's all too easy for Capricorns to get wrapped up in their professional ambitions and forget the importance of their emotional and relational well-being. But Venus brings the reminder that true abundance isn't just about money. It's about finding harmony between all aspects of your life. Think about the balance between work and personal life, and how one affects the other. A Capricorn I know, Lily, was always focused on her career to the point where her personal relationships took a back seat. But in June, she started to feel the pressure not just at work but also in her personal life. She realized that while she had been achieving financial success, her emotional fulfillment was lacking. By taking a step back and dedicating more time to her loved ones, she not only improved her relationships but also found herself more energized and focused at work. The important takeaway here is that your financial growth is interconnected with your emotional health. Taking time to nurture relationships and find peace within yourself will only amplify the opportunities you're presented with. Now, with all these positive energies swirling around, it's crucial for Capricorns to not let their doubts hold them back. It's easy to second-guess oneself, especially when faced with new opportunities. Capricorns are practical, cautious, and often prone to overthinking. But here's the thing: overthinking can prevent you from making the moves that will push you to the next level. The June energy is asking you to trust in the work you've done, to believe in yourself, and to take bold steps forward. Think about how often we talk ourselves out of things before even giving them a chance. A close friend of mine, another Capricorn, always hesitated when it came to asking for a promotion or seeking out better financial opportunities. It wasn't until she decided to throw caution to the wind, believe in her value, and ask for what she was worth that she started to see real change. In June, it's time to take action, even if it feels a little scary. Trust the work you've done, and know that the universe is on your side. The influence of Saturn, Jupiter, and Venus in June is a powerful combination. For December-born Capricorns, it's an invitation to step into your power, take calculated risks, and trust that the universe has been preparing you for this moment. The financial shift that awaits is not just about the numbers, it's about your growth, your belief in yourself, and your willingness to embrace what's to come. The doors are opening, but only if you choose to walk through them. As we move deeper into June, remember that this is a time for transformation. A time when you can finally start reaping the rewards of your hard work and dedication. But what happens next? How can you make the most of these opportunities? Stay tuned, because we'll be diving even deeper into how you can harness this cosmic energy to create lasting change in your life. Don't miss out on the next chapter of this exciting journey. As June approaches, Capricorns born in December will feel the subtle but significant shift in the universe. There's a palpable buzz in the air, a sense that the efforts they've been putting in over the past years are finally about to pay off in a big way. For those born under the Capricorn sign, the slow and steady approach has always been a core part of their personality. They are patient, calculated, and relentlessly focused on their goals. However, when the stars align in such a way that they offer a chance for change, Capricorns find themselves at a crossroads. Will they embrace the shift or let it slip by? This June, those born under this Earth sign will have a chance to make a bold move, and it's one that could redefine their financial future. It's not always easy for Capricorns to take risks. They are known for their cautious nature, preferring to stick to what they know and control. The idea of stepping outside their comfort zone often feels like a gamble, but the truth is that the universe is offering them a rare opportunity to make a move. For some, this could come in the form of a job promotion, an unexpected financial opportunity, or even a chance to take a major career leap. In fact, I have a close friend who is a December-born Capricorn. And she faced exactly this dilemma earlier in her career. She had been with the same company for years, working tirelessly and proving herself over time, but when an opportunity for a new position arose, one that would push her far beyond her comfort zone, she hesitated. It took her months to finally take the leap. When she did, her career accelerated in ways she hadn't imagined. She quickly rose to a leadership role and discovered new talents within herself that she never thought possible. The key takeaway here is that sometimes, the universe gives us opportunities that push us to grow. As a Capricorn, you might feel like you're on the edge of something big in June. But the question is whether you're ready to embrace it. The stars are aligning, but only you can decide if you will walk through the door of opportunity that's opening before you. When Jupiter, the planet of expansion, aligns with Capricorn this month, it will bring a wave of new possibilities, especially for those who are ready to take the plunge. Jupiter is about abundance, growth, and embracing new ideas, and when it moves through Capricorn, it encourages the sign to stretch beyond their usual limits. However, it's important to note that while Jupiter brings growth, it doesn't do all the work for you. This is where Capricorns can sometimes stumble. The opportunities may be there, but if you're not actively reaching for them, you'll miss out. For Capricorns, it's not enough to wait for good things to happen. They need to actively participate in their own success. For instance, a Capricorn colleague of mine, Mark, was offered a chance to invest in a startup business. He knew the potential was there, but at first, he hesitated. He's always been the type to carefully analyze everything before making a decision. But as Jupiter moved through his chart, the pressure to take action grew. With some encouragement from trusted friends, he finally took the leap and invested. While the startup was still in its early stages, within a few months, Mark began to see a significant return on his investment. The lesson here is that taking risks, even calculated ones, can lead to great rewards, especially when the stars are aligned in your favor. June is the perfect time for Capricorns to take those steps forward, trusting that Jupiter's influence will guide them toward success. Capricorns may also find themselves rethinking their financial goals this month, especially under the influence of Venus, the planet of love and balance. Venus encourages Capricorns to reassess not just their financial standing but their overall sense of worth. Many Capricorns struggle with self-doubt, and this often translates into undervaluing their talents and efforts, particularly when it comes to money. You may be reluctant to ask for that promotion or to negotiate better pay for your hard work. But Venus in June will help shift this mindset, urging Capricorns to step into their power and demand what they're worth. Take Sarah, a Capricorn friend of mine, who had always struggled with asking for a raise, despite being one of the hardest workers in her department. She always felt like her efforts should speak for themselves, but as Venus moved through her chart this June, she realized that she had been undervaluing herself. With newfound confidence, she decided to initiate a conversation with her manager about her salary. The response was overwhelmingly positive. Sarah got the raise she deserved and felt a renewed sense of appreciation for her work. The story illustrates a simple yet profound truth: when you value yourself, others will do the same. June is the time for Capricorns to ask for what they truly deserve, whether it's a raise, a new job, or an opportunity they've been eyeing for a while. But Venus doesn't just push Capricorns to ask for what they're worth in their careers. It also encourages a sense of balance in their lives. Capricorns, being work-focused, often find it hard to prioritize their personal lives. In June, Venus will help Capricorns see that true financial abundance is about more than just accumulating wealth. It's about finding harmony between work and play, between achievement and rest. The lessons Capricorns will learn this month are not just about growing their bank accounts. They are about cultivating a life that feels complete in every way. For example, John, another Capricorn I know, spent years working long hours to build his business, often neglecting his personal relationships and health. But as Venus' influence took hold this June, he realized that his lack of balance was starting to take a toll. His work-life imbalance was affecting not just his happiness, but also his productivity. Once John decided to take weekends off and focus on spending time with loved ones and taking care of himself, he noticed that he felt more energized and inspired when he returned to work. His creativity soared, and his business started seeing greater success. The important lesson here is that Capricorns shouldn't just focus on financial growth at the expense of their well-being. By creating balance in all areas of their lives, they will see not only personal but also professional growth. As June unfolds, Saturn's influence continues to weigh heavily on Capricorn. But this is a positive force. Saturn is the planet of responsibility, and while it can feel like it's holding you to a high standard, it's also a force of accountability. Capricorns know this better than anyone. But there's a catch. While Saturn rewards hard work and discipline, it also challenges you to look at the areas of your life where you might be holding yourself back. For many Capricorns, the hard work has already been done. The foundation has been laid. What's left now is to see if they are truly ready to step up and embrace their true potential. Saturn in June will push Capricorns to take ownership of their future and to step into a new role, whether it's in their careers, their finances, or their personal lives. A good example of this is a Capricorn named Emma, who had spent years building up a successful career but still felt like something was missing. She always played it safe, choosing predictable paths over riskier options. However, with Saturn urging her to face her fears, she made the bold decision to leave her corporate job and pursue her passion for photography. While it wasn't easy at first, Emma's decision paid off in ways she hadn't anticipated. Today, she runs her own photography business and has never been happier. The message here is clear. Saturn is asking Capricorns to step into their full potential and trust that the rewards will follow. It's easy for Capricorns to get stuck in the cycle of playing it safe and working hard without taking risks, but June is the time to break that pattern. The financial and professional growth you've been waiting for is already on its way. But you must be willing to embrace it with open arms. The universe has laid out the path, and it's up to you to take those first steps. But there's still much more to come. What happens when you fully embrace these opportunities? How can you continue to harness the cosmic energies of June to create lasting success? Stay tuned, because in the next part of this journey, we'll explore how to make the most of the opportunities coming your way and how to truly step into your power. The universe has big plans for you this June, and we'll uncover exactly how you can make those plans a reality. As the days in June begin to unfold, the influence of the cosmos over Capricorn-born individuals, especially those born in December, takes on a new intensity. For Capricorns, who are typically known for their diligent, steady, and grounded approach to life, the alignment of the stars suggests a time for transformation, one that brings not only financial opportunities but also the chance to evolve emotionally and psychologically. The feeling is that after years of building and planning, something is finally coming together. This month, Capricorns may find that the universe is asking them to take bolder steps, trust in the rewards they've earned, and shift the way they approach their financial journey. For those who have spent years working relentlessly behind the scenes, June is a turning point. The energy from Saturn, the planet that rules Capricorn, has always been about discipline and perseverance. Saturn demands patience, often making Capricorns feel as if the fruits of their labor will never ripen. Yet, with the right timing, Saturn can push Capricorns toward taking a big leap. A Capricorn born in December may find that they are faced with an opportunity that they've been waiting for all along. However, taking advantage of this opportunity requires more than just hard work, it requires faith. A story comes to mind of a Capricorn friend of mine, who, for years, worked tirelessly in her career. She was always the first to arrive and the last to leave, putting in long hours, sacrificing personal time for professional goals. She believed that if she kept her head down and worked hard enough, success would eventually find her. But for a long time, she found herself stuck, unable to get promoted or expand her career in the way she had hoped. Then, in June, an unexpected offer came her way, a job opportunity at a prestigious company. At first, she doubted herself. Could she really handle the responsibility? Would she be able to manage the added pressure? But with Saturn's influence pushing her toward growth, she decided to take the plunge. Fast forward a few months, and she's not only thriving in her new position but has also gained the respect and recognition she long deserved. This is the energy of Saturn working in Capricorn's favor. When the right moment arrives, it will demand action, and your patience will finally pay off. Jupiter, the planet of abundance, plays a significant role in this unfolding process as well. For Capricorns, Jupiter's influence can feel like a powerful force of expansion, opening new doors that were once thought to be out of reach. The thing about Jupiter is that it amplifies opportunities, especially when the person it's affecting is ready to take them. Jupiter doesn't simply hand out success, it pushes individuals to step up and seize what's available to them. It's a reminder that the stars are aligned for you, but action is required on your part. Many Capricorns hesitate when faced with uncertainty, but Jupiter encourages them to take the leap. Take, for example, the story of Mark, another Capricorn who had been working for years in a stable but uninspiring job. While his work ethic was impeccable, he found that his career was going nowhere. He had always dreamed of starting his own business, but the fear of failure kept him grounded. That is, until Jupiter's influence came into play. Mark decided that if he didn't act now, he would never have the chance to build the life he truly desired. He took the bold step of launching a startup, something he had only dreamed of for years. The risk wasn't easy, and it didn't pay off immediately, but the investment he made in himself and his business began to flourish within a few months. Looking back, Mark realizes that the opportunities were always there, but Jupiter gave him the courage to embrace them. This month, Capricorns will find themselves in a similar position, faced with opportunities that can change their financial trajectory. But only if they have the courage to step into the unknown. But it's not just about financial opportunity. Venus also plays a crucial role in this transformation. Venus, the planet of beauty, balance, and self-worth, encourages Capricorns to not only reflect on their material successes but also to assess their emotional well-being. While Capricorns often focus so much on their work that they overlook their personal lives, Venus encourages them to reevaluate their self-worth and relationships. In June, Capricorns may find that a big part of their financial success is tied to their emotional and relational health. The way they value themselves will directly impact the way they attract abundance. I know a Capricorn named Sarah who's an excellent example of Venus influence this June. Sarah had always prided herself on her work ethic and ability to provide for others. But she had neglected her own needs in the process. She focused on her career and financial stability at the expense of her emotional health, often sacrificing personal time for professional growth. But as Venus moved through her chart in June, she began to notice the toll it had taken on her relationships. Sarah realized that while she had built a successful career, she was losing touch with the people who mattered most. So, she decided to take a step back and invest in her relationships and her emotional well-being. She began setting boundaries at work, carving out time for self-care, and reconnecting with loved ones. Not only did this improve her personal life, but her professional life also flourished. She was more energized, more focused, and more confident in her career than ever before. Venus influence reminds Capricorns that financial success is only meaningful when it is balanced by personal happiness. By valuing themselves and nurturing their relationships, Capricorns will find that the universe rewards them in more ways than just financial gain. But the most important lesson for Capricorns this June is about taking ownership of their future. Saturn, as the planet of structure and responsibility, continues to hold Capricorns to a high standard. However, this is not a time for self-doubt or hesitation. This month, Capricorns are being asked to take full responsibility for their actions, to own their decisions, and to recognize that their future is in their hands. It's no longer about waiting for permission or seeking approval, it's about stepping into the power of self-determination. A good friend of mine, Rachel, has a perfect example of this. For years, Rachel worked in a job that didn't excite her. She felt trapped in a cycle of routine and security. But Saturn, with its push for growth, made her question whether she was truly living up to her potential. She realized that the only thing holding her back was herself. So, she took control of her future and made a bold decision. She quit her stable job and decided to pursue her passion for graphic design. The decision wasn't easy, and it came with its share of risks, but Rachel trusted that her efforts would lead her to success. Within 6 months, she had secured multiple clients. And today, she runs her own design business. Rachel's story shows that when Saturn asks you to step up, the rewards are immense, if you're willing to take ownership of your path and trust in your abilities. Now, June is not just about making decisions. It's about the shift in mindset that occurs when Capricorns realize they've earned the right to take a chance on themselves. The opportunities for financial growth are in front of you. But it's your willingness to step up that will determine the outcome. Whether it's taking a new job, investing in yourself, or making a bold move in your business, June presents a powerful moment to claim your success. But what happens when Capricorns embrace these energies fully? What will happen when they step into their true potential, take those risks, and trust that the universe has their back? That's a journey we'll dive deeper into in the next part of this exploration. Trust that the seeds you plant now will bloom into a future far more abundant than you could imagine. The universe is calling, and it's up to you to answer. As June progresses, the winds of change blow even more fiercely for Capricorns born in December. The alignment of the planets is ushering in a period of growth and transformation, one that's not just about finances but about how Capricorns approach their life's work and purpose. The energy in the air feels different now. It's as though something has shifted within the universe, and Capricorns who have been patient, disciplined, and focused on long-term goals are being asked to step into the spotlight. For many, the next few weeks could lead to breakthrough moments that propel them into the next stage of their journey, if they're ready to embrace them. The power of Venus, the planet of love and abundance, comes into play during June. This is a significant month for Capricorns to recognize the deeper connection between financial success and their personal worth. Venus doesn't just affect relationships, it brings with it a strong sense of self-value, teaching Capricorns to stand tall in their power and ask for what they truly deserve. Whether it's a raise, a new job, or simply an acknowledgement of their hard work, Venus helps shift Capricorns' perspective on what they are worthy of receiving. Take, for example, a Capricorn friend of mine named Chloe. She's been with her company for over a decade and, while she was respected for her work ethic, she always held back when it came to asking for more. But with Venus influence this June, Chloe decided it was time to ask for a promotion. For years, she had feared rejection or that she wasn't worthy enough, but as Venus moved through her chart, she felt empowered. Chloe didn't just ask for more money, she also asked for more responsibility, stepping into a leadership role that had previously felt out of reach. The result? Not only did she get the raise she deserved, but her boss also recognized her leadership potential, offering her a significant promotion. Chloe's story is a perfect example of how Venus can push Capricorns to stand up for themselves and create the success they deserve. It's important for Capricorns to remember that their financial success isn't just tied to how hard they work, it's about understanding their intrinsic value. If you, as a Capricorn, are feeling stuck or unsure about asking for more, now is the time to push through that fear and demand what you're worth. Recognize that you've earned the right to ask for what you need to move forward in life. And the stars are aligned to help you do so. As the month unfolds, the influence of Jupiter becomes even more pronounced. This planet of expansion brings a fresh sense of possibility, growth, and opportunity for Capricorns willing to take calculated risks. Jupiter is known for bringing abundance, but it's not the type of abundance that just falls into your lap. Instead, it's the kind that requires action. For Capricorns, the lesson here is that while you've worked hard for everything you have, you must be open to new avenues for growth. Now is the time to step outside your comfort zone and consider opportunities that you may have overlooked in the past. I'm reminded of a Capricorn business owner, Daniel, who for years operated his company in a conservative and stable manner. He had a successful product but was hesitant to scale up or explore new markets because of the risks involved. However, when Jupiter's energy started to take hold in June, he felt a nudge to expand into international markets. At first, it seemed daunting. The uncertainty and financial commitment felt overwhelming. But Daniel, trusting in Jupiter's abundance, made the leap and started building connections overseas. Within 6 months, his business had grown exponentially, and what seemed like a risky move at the time turned into a game-changing decision. The lesson here is clear: while Capricorns are typically more cautious, June presents an opportunity to stretch those boundaries, trust the process, and embrace the potential for growth that comes with it. The energy of Jupiter this month will not just present you with opportunities. It will provide the courage you need to grab them. Capricorns often hesitate when faced with uncertainty, but this is the moment to trust in yourself and in the work you've put in. Yes, it's a risk, but the rewards can be far greater than you imagine. If there's a new venture, investment, or business idea you've been mulling over, now is the time to take the leap. The last significant planetary influence affecting Capricorns this June comes from the powerful energy of Saturn, their ruling planet. Saturn is all about responsibility, structure, and long-term results. While Saturn often challenges Capricorns to maintain discipline, June's alignment presents an opportunity for them to take full ownership of their future. It's not just about working harder, it's about working smarter. Capricorns may find themselves in situations where they are being asked to level up in a way they never have before. The question is, are you ready to step into that next level of responsibility and ownership of your life's journey? Take the example of a Capricorn friend of mine, Olivia, who has worked in the finance industry for years. She's been diligent, reliable, and steady in her work, but recently, she's been feeling like she's outgrown her current position. Olivia realized that she was holding herself back by staying in her comfort zone. Saturn's influence this June has helped her realize that in order to truly move forward, she needed to take on more responsibility and commit to building a bigger vision for herself. She set her sights on a senior management role, and although it was intimidating, she knew that the time had come to push herself further. Today, Olivia is not only in that senior role but is also leading a major project that could change the trajectory of her career. For Capricorns, Saturn's energy this month isn't about pushing harder, it's about pushing smarter. It's time to take control of your own future and stop waiting for things to happen on their own. The time for passive growth is over. Now, it's about proactive, determined action that will bring long-term success. if you've been sitting on an opportunity or hesitating to take responsibility for your dreams. Now is the time to take that leap and own your path. So, as you move through June, remember that this is a moment of incredible transformation. The financial shift you've been waiting for is not just about a paycheck, it's about growth, ownership, and understanding your worth in every area of life. Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn are all aligning in such a way that it's up to you to take the opportunities presented and turn them into something meaningful. Whether it's asking for the promotion you deserve, taking that business risk, or simply stepping into your full potential, June is the time to claim the success you've worked so hard for. Don't be afraid to ask for what you're worth, to step outside your comfort zone, or to take ownership of your journey. The stars are aligned in your favor, and it's time to take full advantage of the opportunities coming your way. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe to the Zen Mind Peaceful Life channel, hit the like button, and share this with anyone who needs to hear it. You won't want to miss the next part of this astrological journey, where we'll dive even deeper into how to make the most of these exciting changes. Thanks for watching, and remember, your future is in your hands. Let the stars guide you to success.